we are okay. We're starting right now. Give me a few minutes to share this with some Facebook groups. But yeah, this Edge of Eternity. This is gonna be my first draft of Edge of Eternities. I've been watching a bit of how some of the others drafted, but honestly, I think we're still in the figure it out phase. There seems to be an early consensus right now that green is really good, red is really not, and the others are kind of in between. Probably gonna figure that out for myself. Again, it all also still depends on what I open, but definitely also that we do have it around the same time as quick draft, so I probably will be doing a lot of quick drafts. So I'm off stream for to get a better feel for this environment. Hopefully not too. Hopefully I do get a bit better. I had this massive cold since yesterday, so still it's still a bit heady for me. I do expect me to make a bunch of mistakes and all that, but we do have to start figuring things out somehow, and we're gonna go right into it. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing a very quick draft of well, not quick draft. This is a premier draft of Edge of Eternities. Pretty much trying to look for what are the really good stuff. I do see blue black artifacts are one of the better things to do, so it's up there. Green is also green is probably the most solid. But yeah, it is starting to look like you definitely want to be able to play things really quickly. That said, having a board wipe is going to be kind of interesting here, so I'm definitely going to be taking 0-point ballad. We are passing a bad signal though, because we are giving up on the grab kill, which is solid removal spell. We're giving up on cryogenic relic, which is a solid artifact. We might try to get it to green black, but diplomatic relations is still a bit of a solid signal. Trying to avoid red if we can, which is why maybe Lightless Evangel is not the pick. Peregrine Beckoner. This one's more speculative. Like, I know there is the combo with this, but otherwise none of these others. I might just take the Scoutlander and speculate on this one, see if green black kind of works up. This might be the one reason I go into white, but barely. Bygone Colossus. Yeah, it's not looking great. There is a Plasma Bolt, which is probably one of the slightly better removal pieces. I might just take this one just to break the combo apart. If we can, because you need at least a minimum of 2 Peregrine Beckoners to get the sort of combo to work. Okay, so for those who are not familiar, there is a loop combo with the 2-man. Okay, well, if we see it, we'll get it. As it is, green is looking passable, but barely. We are seeing quite a bit of blue, so that might. I think I'll take the Fungal Colossus and try to snipe as much green as I can. So this does incentivize a splash, but we have to be very careful with it. We don't have the benefit of a lot of duels. Okay, we're definitely taking the vote out. Divert Disaster is nice, but not really. We really want to vote out in this case. We're giving up on a bunch of cheaper creatures though, so that is something to keep in mind. We really want to have cheap stuff. So we start seeing cheap cards come around, I'm going to definitely prioritize those. Okay, so the Peregrine Beckoner, When this creature enters, another target creature gets +2/+0. So this combos with the sack out with the sack outlet, and this combos with a creature that pings your opponent when one of your creatures dies. So it is a 4-card combo. It can be done in mono black, but it's super unlikely. So let's see. Well, take Faller's Faithful because it's still removal when it needs to be. Worst case scenario, we just destroy one of our own creatures and get 2 cards. That will also be fine. Grab Pack Monoist is a good one to take. We could also consider taking the Sky Stinger, but this one barely feeds into green. It's still solid, but I think I would take the Monoist in this case. We'll take another Monoist here. So I have a pretty solid black start. I think I would. Yeah, none of these other cards are interesting, so I would just take the sweeper here. Not that I want to run it. This does get better if we have a bunch of void creatures. Right now we don't have any, so actually it does make sense for it to be more of a white thing. Temporal Intervention is kind of fine for us here, I guess. And yeah, everything kind of falls apart here. We'll take the full board. You can see white is kind of coming around here. Ooh, okay, we got something good here. My Form Harmonizer. I'll take it as a solid rare. Would like to see the Grove Strider come back. Diplomatic Relations coming back is fine. Not so much black this time. Also, I would like to see some of the nutrient blocks come back. But we do need to have a very good sack outlet. We still don't have that one yet. Ooh, got a Cascading Cataracts, which is honestly not great. Timeline Color is not great also. There's a Lifestyle Inquisitor, which does count as a rare. I would rather take Tallbringer here though. But I'll just take the rare. But honestly, the Tallbringer is probably the correct pick in this one here. Arvin Valdez, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Been quite a while since I last saw you. So right now we are just doing our Stomping Ground. Let's see. Dark Endurance, not really. There is a Sky Stinger. I could just take the Stomping Ground to fuel the Fungal Colossus. Yeah, we'll just take it. But honestly, okay, there's a Decode Transmission's not great. We'll take the Diplomatic Relations this time. Pull Through the Weft is way too expensive for what it does. It does net you quite a bit, but you are really taking a turn. You're usually taking one of the most crucial turns off to do that. So that is quite concerning. You don't really want to be doing that. We still need to have a lower curve. Right now our curve is a lot of trees, but we need to drop this even lower. That's a problem. Gear is more Crystal Quarry. This is a cheap warp. Lashroot Predator is probably fine as a... I'll probably take the Lashroot Predator over this one, but yeah, we're super top heavy. The problem is that all the good cheap spells are very obvious, so we probably should be taking them a lot higher than we are taking them now. Also, we do have a bit of a removal issue. That's like we have the Faithful, we have the Vote Out, we have a Diplomatic Relations, and 0 Point Ballad. So there's a Dominion Bracelet, which is a nice mythic, but honestly, no one's really gonna power it up. We realistically have to take the Comet Crawler here. I could also just take the Chrome Companion as a cheap creature. This one does give us a way to sacrifice, but we're not exactly sacrificing anything. We'll take the Chrome Companion just to have something cheap. Not a great choice here. I will take the Hemosymbic Might over Ice Cave Crusher here. And I will take the Gene Pollinator. So with that, Meltstrider's gear does become better here. I will take another Diplomatic Relations. We might be able to pivot towards more green. Probably not for you social engineering, but we could pivot towards green now. In that case, we have to let's look for the black cards that are not so great. Ooh, Secluded Starforge. Okay, this one always fits, so we will probably take that one. We are giving up a Grav Kill for that. We are giving up an Intrepid Tenderfoot. But this is kind of free land. We'll take this one. So yeah, Skittermaw. Okay, Intervention kind of has to go. Pedigree Beckoner can go. That we just took that to see if we could get the combo off. Probably not gonna happen. So we definitely want to take the... Ooh, there's also a Virus Beetle, but we will take the Tragic Trajectory first because that's a more important removal. It's a shame that the 3 drops we got from green are not the ones that come with the Lander tokens. Those would be really good fits here for us. But yeah, we kind of are looking for like 5 to 6 pieces of removal. Also interesting that if we can put the Meltstrider's gear on Hemosymbic and we can use Gene Pollinator to just tap it, we can get pumps for free without having to commit this to combat. Well, speaking of which, we got another Hemosymbic Might, giving up another Beckoner, but I think that ship has sailed. You usually want the other 2 parts of the combo before you want to speculate on the Perigi Beckoners. Ooh, Deserted Temple. I might take the Beamsaw Prospector first. There's a weapons manufacturing that's really nice. Yeah, and we could use some 2-drops. We'll have to take the Prospector here. I have to also start looking for things to cut on the higher end here. The Sweeper is just pretty much to have some tap synergies. We also have a Larval Scout Lander for that purpose as well. Another ship might be interesting. Another spaceship. Spacecraft. Though not... There's a Sammy's Curiosity, which gives us a ladder token. Definitely want to take this. It does fix our mana. And you notice that we're seeing a lot of other cards cycle around a bit here. But yeah, we're definitely firmly in green right now. The Stomping Ground is pretty much just there for... the Fungal Colossus, but we might not even bother with that. There's a Monoist Sentry. No, we will take the Intrepid Tenderfoot for this one. Monoist Sentry is cute, but we're not really in a rush to crew our ships. In fact, I could see that maybe the Colossus can go. We can make this into a 5-mana 5/5, 4-mana 5/5 mate, which is kind of fine. Ooh, Cosmogoyf. You own in exile. I'm gonna take this for the rare part, but we don't have a lot of ways to exile stuff, so this one is just for the collection. Another Beckoner. Tawbringer. Tawbringer is more likely to go in the deck. So I could say cut the Skittermoth, keep the Tawbringer, take another Tenderfoot, fill up our 2 slot. I'll take a Decode Transmission so for card draw, but now we have to make a lot of adjustments here. And now rest of these don't actually. I'm gonna take a few more green cards, see if we could. Maybe not more Millstrider's Gear. We're only taking the 1 gear, but I could even see cutting that. I might. Like, the safest cut is definitely. Okay, so definitely Starforge in. We want to cut a few more black cards if we can, so. We're already quite down into 8 already. So, yeah, 8-8 split. I don't want to drop this down to a 7-9. We definitely want to cut 1 more black card, so. Probably not the Decode Transmissions. We don't have a real way of filling up cards. Could just be the Prospector, but it does give us a Lantern token. It could just be a Graph Pack Monoist. Or it could even be the 0-point bat. Well, first we'll cut the Wormwood Sweeper. And let's see what else can we cut here. We don't have a way to exile things, so. Like, we don't have any voids. We can cut the Tawbringer, I guess. Probably the Millstrider's Gear. Yeah, I guess it's a safe cut. It's a shame because we have the Hemosymbic Might combo here. But I might rather just run it on something else. Yeah, we don't have a way to pump though, so. So the Hemosymbic Mites might not be as impressive, but it does give us an early start. We do need another creature. I guess we do keep 1 gear. Can probably cut the Chrome Companion here. 14 and 9. No, let's put it back in. I'll keep it as a 41 card special, but I could see. Maybe I just cut the Fungal Colossus, put back the Chrome Companion. Definitely want to have a lot of cheap plays here. Okay, let's see how we do here. So we got our. We got our mana set up, and if we need to draw in a pinch, we can destroy our own Hemosymbic Might to draw 2 cards. So I guess we did have another way to draw cards, but it's not a great one. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna turn out as our first game. Okay, opponent did take a mulligan. Not having common dual lands really changes the scope of this format. If you really want to splash a lot, you have to go out of your way to do so. Now this is only another creature, so this doesn't work. I can do Faller's Faithful on one of their creatures, but giving them 2 cards is a real feel bad moment. We'll have to see how bad it is. We can actually just vote. We can always vote out if we have to. So I might just cast Code Transmissions without the Void part. We'll just we just we just need the card draw right now. So Chrome Companion Curiosity is fine. So if our opponent drops a big enough creature, we can time. They might just be holding onto a counter spell, in which case, yeah, we don't exactly have great targets for them. I don't. Oh, they're just gonna do that? I'm fine with it. Then next turn we could probably... Well, it had indestructible, so this would not have worked anyway, even if we dealt damage to it. We will get to vote. They do get to gain... They gain a little bit of life. And I'm definitely not giving them cards. I could use cards. Yeah. This is a sorcery speed also, so holding it back doesn't matter. Just gonna grab another forest. I could ping my own, but we're kind of short on creatures as it is. Like we drawn a lot of lands. Yeah, so we're most likely gonna just vote this guy out. Wow, we're really drawing into a lot of lands. I still have to hold on to this as removal spell. I'm gonna pass. Another Gene Pollinator. Okay. Okay, we got ourselves a Sky Slinger. That's kind of nice. And this is not sorcery speed, so we could just... We could just activate as we need to. Also, Sky Slinger pretty good if our opponent has some large flyers. It actually does a pretty good impression of the bugs in Starship Troopers. Well, maybe less good. Okay. But they did have their diplomatic relations. So what I'm most likely gonna do now is I'm just gonna ping my own creature. We need the card draw already. I could put one of my own cards. I probably should have. They get a Tenderfoot. Relations being an instant is quite annoying. Let's see if they have it. No, they could still have it. They have a Galactic Wayfarer they can cast it on. The Blue Splash? I haven't seen what the Blue Splash is for yet. They have managed to draft a mostly green deck, so props to them. This is pretty much the way to go if you can help it. Is it the... No, that one's a double... No, that artifact's double black. No, if they decide to do that, I'm going to just jump block with this one. Let's see. Biosysmic Burst is a +1/+1 counter. It's gonna take. Yeah, we're really trying our best to hold back as much as possible. Ooh, they did. Okay, they did have splash. Is it double red? We'll see what creature they cast for double red here. Nebula Dragon deals 3 damage to any target, most likely our face. Let's see if they have the one other spell. They probably have another copy of Biosynthetic Burst, which is probably annoying here. But it does mean I... Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? When it actually lets it go. But I actually now have to be in the defensive. I still do not want to give them cards. So I'm actually going to hold back if I can. That said, they might have a... the problem is that there is a very good threaten ability. I have no way around it. Nope, lost in space. I don't want that on top anymore. Yeah, we unfortunately drew weight. We didn't draw that much gas, all things considered. Just woke up and had dinner. Good. Oh, good. That's nice. Good. Hope everything was okay on your end there. Me personally, not feeling that well. Still a bit under the weather. Yeah, we really could have used more gas on that one. Just a bit unfortunate on the draws. But our opponent did have a really good deck. They're going mostly mono red, mono green. A few splashes for some utility spells. That was pretty good. And it does highlight how overpowered green is right now. So that is something to consider. Green is gonna be quite busted in this format for quite a while. So this might be one of the cases where it's Umam used a few weeks ago trying to train Goldship in vain for the championship meetup soon. Right now I'm not bothering with the championship meetup so much because I am away, so like I'm having trouble getting getting guys to just finish the URA for the most. Also, I just realized that this one only doubles pop. It's still a big deal. Yeah, get well soon. Yeah, thank you for that one. That's very kind. Opponent with the double gene pollinator. Yeah, gold ship and dream. I did manage to get one gold ship back on my roster, but pretty much I only have a lot of Bs and B pluses. Ways away from an A, I can't exactly get a very good debuffer one yet because most of the time if I do a debuffer plan, I can't get them to get past the URA, so their stats are not that great. I guess I could tank one slot, but realistically, the immediate goal for me is to get at least one A rider and then figure out the rest from there. Definitely want to drop Harmonizer next. Then probably... Yeah, this was the plan I was going for. Ooh! I would have... Oh wait, yeah, there's no Hemosymbic Might, so... I might still just block with Sky Stinger here because... Oh, no, they're just gonna... Can't get past URA either with Nice Nature. Well, it's hard to do it with Nice Nature if... I think I've managed to do it once, but realistically, Nice Nature is not easy to get past. If I'm trying... Like, I feel like I'm still a bit of a ways away. Like, I need to get the good legacies first. Have some good legacies to catch up. Then I can get to Nice Nature. Get the Nice Nature going well. Uma runs. I'm thinking about it, but I'm thinking about it, but for the most part, I enjoy playing it for the sake of playing it. I might try doing some runs over time in the future. I'll probably do a test run in the coming week. I still have to just get the rest of my schedule right for the. Though that's the first thing I need to do. But I wouldn't mind getting on that train. Tap it down, just get some more damage in. One is gonna try to clear the wave so that they can get their Gale Blade and keep going for it. Oh wow, okay, that's just annoying now. I guess I have to give our opponent 2 cards. This is Tractor Beam, super annoying. But I guess we'll have. Yeah, we don't have a choice. We have to. We can diplomatic relations to just clear the way first. I kind of want to get more lands in, but we're kind of stuck here. Don't tell me that their last card is the sim. Should I just concede that this one? This one is quite brutal. Oh no. No, it's still brutal here. 6, 7, 8. Force the chump. Good, yeah. We could. Opponent had the perfect sequence. We did not have anything at all. To summarize it, this is complete and utter. But yeah, those gene pollinators are starting to look really good. Are we at the position where we have to just draft removal super highly and just pick everything else up later? Actually, in this case, it's quite probable that red might actually go up higher because no, the issue is that most of the removal is sorcery speed. So all of a sudden, anything that's instant speed removal, even if it's tempo based, is really good. That's why blue is doing quite well. I guess the argument could that was yeah. There's no way around it. That was very brutal. I'm willing to keep this one. We have more because we can play these two cards. It also doesn't help that we have a lot of. It also doesn't help that we have a lot of trees. Now all of a sudden it's starting to look like blue is the correct color to be. When it does, setting up all their colors, so good for them. I guess that's why the Monoist is quite good because on the face of 1/1 removal, it'll have to be an exile effect for me not to get the other one, but otherwise it is gonna be 2 pieces of removal. I'm quite okay with that. So worst case, I vote out. Better case, I can just Faller's Fate, swing with the Monoist, Faller's Faithful it. Yeah, that was a bit of a feel bad, but we kind of had to do it. Yeah, it looks like our opponent is on blue, black, red artifacts, which is going to be really bad for us. We really need to hit the green source soon. First game, we got super flooded. Second game, we got out sequenced. We also had mana issues there. Now we're also having mana issues again, so the way Edge Battlefield set was like a Pokemon. Huh. Now that you mention, well, let's not call too much attention to it. We don't want Nintendo having, but it does have that look. Offer to trade. Probably should not have played the land because I would have been able, if I hit the green source, I would have been able to drop the Gene Pollinator there. No, still no still no green source. Wow, we're destined to not win this one, are we? I guess I might have to do another episode of this one later because this one is just so bad for us. Like we're so behind on mana. We missed several drops, despite the card draw spell. Our only saving grace is that we managed to. raise right now is that we could just 0. Oh wow, really? Actually, no, I can't take the risk. Oh wow, we really could not hit. Well, I definitely need to keep this one. I guess what we bin is... I guess we bin the Tenderfoot at this time. Wow, we really could not hit up mana this time. What gives? We need to discard 2 cards. The Scoutlander is... Yeah, this is really bad. We could not get mana. I will trade with this one because we don't want our opponent getting any more cards than it needs to be. Worst case, we can 0 point. If hopefully it's not too big, so we can 0 point, still 0 point ballot it. Wow, so we only have 4 lands here, so that's 7. That's about 13 lands left. So we are still less than 50%. Opponent, oh, can't crack it yet. It's there's no mat, but it's still a lot of card draw. Actually, I'm willing to take. Really? Okay, the Surveil 2 was really helpful. Now we are more than 50% to hit the land. It's gonna be so unreal if all our lands happen to be at the very bottom. Now I kind of don't want to have these because I know I'm gonna draw a bunch of them in a row. Opponent did just surveil this one. So our Sky Stingers are gonna be good. The removal, unfortunately, is also gonna be quite good as well. Wow, we still can't even hit it. Maybe we should not have flipped this one, should have just swung with this one because we know we are about to 0 point palette something. And this is return a creature card, so we could get one of our opponent's better stuff. We probably should have also been one of our stuff as well because we did have a chance to get it back. It has to be X equals 6 though, and we are going to lose life in the process. But yeah, this is so... Arena's trolling. Understatement, understatement. Did they just warp it? Yeah, they just warped it. That's actually fine. Okay, so we got 13 lands left, so... Oh wow, that means everything else we're gonna draw is land, and these we only have a few good bits of stuff left. I guess the only good thing we have from this now is that we can 0-point ballot for... Well, our opponent can still have a counter spell. Okay, they don't exactly have a counter spell. Let's see what we still have. Oh, we still have quite a bit left. So we're hoping we don't die right away. But also we cannot go down to 1 life. We cannot go down to... We can go down to up to 6. So this is an auto block. I can use the Chrome Companion to at least gain a... Well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1... See if they do have the counter spell. They don't. Oh, I should have. I needed one more to get back, but I just needed to clear the board. Virus Beetle is fine. Defensive here. Also note that we have the same number of cards, so the Faithful I reshuffled, I'm going to use it on their feature to make them draw 2 cards. Well, we might get... Maybe we might, but don't count it too soon. Opponent definitely wants to remove that. They've been saving removal spells for quite a while. I would. Wow, this is going. Well, I'm still a bit nervous. Okay, using it on. Okay. I figured that was the one feature they'd want to remove. This is 7, so... No. Okay, no, I think we might have it. Opponent might have their own 0-point ballad, which would be really bad. At least we can start making robot artifacts in the time being. Ooh, but that buys them quite a bit of time. Oh, and this is whenever a creature blocks, so... Hold on, this is until your next turn. Oh wait, I don't have the mana anymore, okay. I shouldn't have made that. I could have made this at, this wasn't sorcery speed, so I could have just held back. I didn't have to make it right away. Opponent's still holding on to it. Well, considering they were in the lead for the most part, they're definitely holding on really tight. They did have quite a bit of removal too. Well, actually, no. A lot of the removal was tempo based, so yeah, that 0-point balance really saved us. Sure. Still the perfect blocker. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, wait, I miscounted. I'm hoping they block something. That was super suboptimal. You can, yeah, my ability to think is kind of messed up. They could have just chosen not to block. I think they were afraid I had something that would... Yeah, we're both not thinking properly anymore. Oh, actually like the effects on here. Whoops, let's not open that. Oh, and our opponent concedes. We got there. Yeah, a bunch of misplays on both ends, but we did survive that. Let's try not to make this a daily event. This is gonna be so stressful. I'm supposed to be resting. It's get one win. See if we can get another one. See if we can get another one all the way. Yeah, thanks. Woo. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to keep this one. Opponent side is an airlock. Yeah, I guess we're trying to send a message there. So we have our choice of removal spells. Our opponent might have a depressurize. Yep, I'm fine with them using it this early. Interesting enough, I could vote out combos nicely with the Himbo Sit. Hemosymbic might. I have to be careful how I say it. That's. Yeah. Hey, Jonah McCormick, thank you for tuning in. As far as the lands go, yeah, the black one is definitely good. Being able to draw cards, refill your hand is great. Red one is okay. White one is super situational, but okay. The green and the blue ones are the ones that are okay. Okay, managed to get the use out of that. So opponent now kind of incentivized to start clearing the board if they can. Yeah, I guess the opponent. Well, I guess the opponent could have just. Let's see. Snipe that one. Sure, makes sense. Yeah, we're kind of getting there. Also note that none of these are quite artifacts yet. Oh, we could have actually pumped one. Oh, we could have sequenced that a bit differently. 3, 4. Yeah, I could have pumped that. I could have gotten one more damage in. I think our opponent has a way to get this back, which might be a problem. Green and blue are busted. Powered down. Well, for limited, they're not really useful. But for commander, yes, it's quite good. It's quite good for commander. Those are the formats that those were designed for. They had their own 0-point ballad. Oh, okay. But they are now down to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want them getting creatures back, so. Oh, no. I have to tap untapped artifacts for this, so that doesn't quite work. Let's just do this. So they could get back 4/4 or a 4. Well, they can get back some 4/4, so that is an issue. This is at least sorcery speed, so. But that means they will have to have another creature. It really helps that that no abilities. That's for sure. I'm also curious what the white and blues for. They're clearly splashing the white for this. Also for that. We haven't played our decode transmissions yet, so if we could. Yeah, they have to chump block. They cannot double block. Oh shoot, I targeted the wrong one. Why do they have to keep moving the permanents around? Just leave them in place. Don't shuffle the permanents around, dude. Okay, they probably have a removal spell. Oh no, they just gave up. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, that was so... That's probably gonna be my one beef with Arena. Like, can you please leave the permanents where they are? Okay, have a 2-3 sequence, so we're definitely keeping this. Not sure how correct this is. Yeah, with that in mind, I still play the Mono Wisp. So the pressure... Oh, it just destroys it. The ones... Command Crawlers, that's a bit annoying. Not take it. Hemosymbic Might. I have to remember to pronounce it properly. Ooh, that's nice. Do they sack the beetle? No, they don't. Something like that. Wow. Well, at least we're sure we can cast a Predator, Lash with Predator, but still. Need for also. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one. We need and our opponent, okay, still a ways away from activating this. That's getting there. If they have yet another removal spell, it's really quite over for us now. I have no choice. Just flooded again. What the hey? ourselves a Sky Stinger. Actually, should start holding back a few of these lands. Wow. Ah, wait. This one is 7 mana. This is activate as a sorcery, so they did not activate the sorcery. But yeah, this is... Yeah, just happening to draw all our lands is really not helping us. Wow. Yep, that's it. We could not get very far because... Okay, the first time Arena decided the troll was okay. Second time was definitely not okay. But still, we managed to get... Considering how unlucky we were this whole time, I guess 2 wins is quite fine. It's not the worst. Definitely not happy. I know we could have done better, but sometimes it just does not line up. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Sometimes it's just not on your side. I guess it's why blue is also really good. Being able to draw through your lands is also, as many of your lands as you can, is also quite helpful. But hey, that's just the breaks. Sometimes that's what you end up with. Many thanks to those who tuned in. Thank you, Jonah McCormick. Thank you, Jericho Alagan. Nice to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.